I get asked from time to time about racism, and it's something that I think about from time to time, not a lot, but of late it seems to me that the most racism that I see directed in Ireland is towards Irish people. Because we have a situation in a government which tells us if you're Irish, you can stay in a hotel, you can stay homeless, but if you're not Irish, we will look after you. I mean, apart from that being treason towards the people, you'd have to wonder, what do the Irish have to do to get a fair treatment in their own country? You have a health service which will tell you you have to wait till we look after these people coming from other countries before we look after you. A housing system which looks after people from other countries before it looks after the Irish. I mean, what are the Irish supposed to do? Start their own refugee party? The Irish refugees might have a better chance of getting housed, might have a better chance of getting bus passes and help with accommodation and places to live, because this discrimination towards the Irish is directly at the feet of the European Union, because it is they, after all, who now run our country. And they, after all, who come up with the policies which tell us that if you're Irish, you have to follow your government's dictate. Whether that means stop cutting turf, stop fishing in the waters which are yours. You know, this government is working against the Irish people. That much is very obvious, even to the supporters of the government at this stage. As they say, the only people that think the system is working are the people who are working for the system. When your nationality causes you to be deferred or treated like a second-class citizen, that is the absolute antithesis. That is the meaning of racism. And in Ireland today, unfortunately, if you're Irish, you will not be given priority in any circumstances. Many cases, the opposite is true. And unfortunately for us, the Irish are quite a well-mannered, well-meaning group who were brought up on a diet of guilt and shame and all the things that the Catholic Church left us with to deal with psychologically. And unfortunately, we're decent, kind, good people. But putting other people before yourself is not good housekeeping. When I was young, if my mother came and brought in a pot of stew and we were sitting at the table with our plates waiting for our dinner, if my mother went next door and fed the family next door first, they would have put her in the mental hospital first thing Monday morning. And yet that's exactly what the Irish government are doing to the Irish people right now. They're telling them, you don't matter. We are not concerned with you or your welfare. We have other concerns which lie outside this country, and we will do what we are told to do by the bankers and our bosses in Brussels. And that is where we're at in Ireland today. Irish refugee party. That's what we need. And then you might have a chance of getting a whole